everyone, Ange here, joining you to run you through a quick 10-15 minute pregnancy Pilates session. I am currently full term, currently 39 weeks. So today's session is going to be quite light, quite gentle, and just a great way to get the body moving. It's perfect to do right throughout your pregnancy, but especially if you are pushing full term and you just want to get your body moving. Certainly, once you get to 37 plus weeks, you will really start to slow down through your movements, which is perfectly normal. So go with it. Just remember some gentle stretching, some exercise will make a huge difference to your overall energy levels, your headspace, and also helping you prepare for labour and beyond. So today's session is going to be a little bit focused on stretching out through the glutes and hips and the back, as well as getting the legs working as well. So let's make a start. Starting off today, let's find our way into a kneeling position. And we want to start by drawing some nice big circles through our hips, just loosening up all the ligaments through your glutes, through the front of your adductors, circling one way and then circling back. You want to also focus in on drawing into a more posterior pelvic tilt, so pulling the hips in and up towards the rib cage, and then also pushing those hips back as well. So just getting a nice little bit of movement through the hips for 3, 2, and 1, and then coming down into a 4-point position, making sure your hands are directly underneath your wrists. We're going to start with some rock backs. So you want to plant your shins down onto the ground. You want to focus here on lifting up through the navel so you've got a nice neutral spine. We're going to push our hips back and then push our hips forward. So this movement pattern is just about finding some length through your glutes, through your back. Let's go 3 more. And 1. And then come back to that neutral spine position, and we're going to just draw some nice big circles with our tailbone. So just really feel into this movement. Swinging and swaying side to side. Trying to get a nice little stretch out through your adductors, your inner thighs as well. And then back the other way. And then come back to center and push your hips back to your right heel. Back to center, push your hips back to your left heel. Excellent, looking good. And then coming back into that neutral spine, and we want to come into a couple of beautiful cat camels or cat cows. Big breath in as you tuck your chin in, round through your back. Try the best you can to tuck your hips underneath you. And then rolling up towards the sky, looking up towards the ceiling, letting the belly hang. Belly lifts, hips draw in, hips tuck, and then rounding out. Beautiful. All right, let's make a start. So we're going to start with a little bit of upper body and a little bit of leg engagement here. So we're going to find our way into that kneeling position where we want to stay kneeling on the right side, and I want you to extend the left leg out nice and long. I want you to lift up through the belly, and we're going to start with just some very simple horse kicks. Pointing the toe, lifting the leg up, but really focusing here on keeping the belly lifted and Being mindful that you're not overextending through the back. We just want to be engaging the glute max here, to be finding the strength to lift the leg up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then from here, I want you to plant your hands, spread your fingers, and we're going to roll ourselves forward into a push-up, nose taps, and then drive back. Tapping the nose, pushing back through. Working the chest and the triceps here. If you're feeling this one starting to compress through your lower back, just lower the leg, regress it back slightly, and really focus in on making sure that your core is not doming out or pooching out. We're just able to get that nice little lift and squeeze through our abdomen, the lift of the belly, without putting too much pressure on your overstretched core as it is. For 3, good, 2, and 1. And then come back to center, take that same leg, draw it out to the side. We're gonna come straight into some fire hydrants. Try and recenter the hips, keep the belly lifted, lifting that leg out to the side of the body and bringing it back in. Good, looking strong. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then spin yourself around so that now we're down onto our hand and with our right knee placed down on the mat. We're going to lengthen out here and take a beautiful side stretch, opening up through our side rib cage. Take a big breath in. And as you do, feel those ribs expand both into the side and into the back body. And then breathe out. Big breath in, big breath out. And then bring that hand in, draw the elbow to the knee, and then lengthen back out. Working a little bit of abs here, nice and safe. Keep lengthening. And pointing that toe. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Beautiful. Drop the hip down to the ground. Come down and brace yourself on your right elbow. And then from here, we're going to keep working that left leg. We're going to lift the leg up and take it back down. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Stay lifted out of the core. Careful you're not slumping down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then bring your knees together. What we're going to do here is we're going to lift both the shin. So we're going to lift the knee and the shin, leaving the feet together. Once again, keep drawing the belly in. Careful that you're not rocking through your core. We want to really focus here on just using the glute med to open up the knee. So you can palpate just to the back side of your glute. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. From here, come back into that 4-point position. Let's slide our left leg forward into pigeon, and let's just give that hip a little bit of love, a little bit of a stretch out before popping over to the other side. So feel free to release your body down if that feels good. You can stay up nice and high like I am. Give your hips just that little bit of a wiggle, but continue to breathe. So let's take a big breath in. Send that breath down and into that hip and a big breath out. Beautiful. And then let's come up over to the other side. I'm going to spin myself around. Come back into a 4-point position. Extend out through the right leg. And let's start with that horse kick. Squeeze through the glute and lift through the abdomen, making sure that you're lifting your belly and we're not hyperextending out through the back. You want to stay nice and strong. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then elbows come in, they touch the body, and we push ourselves away. Nose tap and drive, working the upper body. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back in. Draw that leg back in underneath you. We've got our fire hydrants. Lifting the leg out to the side and bringing it back down. Careful that you haven't overly shifted your weight over to one side. Keep the core on so you stay nice and balanced. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Roll yourself over to the side. And we want to come into that nice long stretch, reaching the left arm up and over, getting that beautiful stretch out through the rib cage. Big breath in and big breath out. One more, big breath in and big breath out. And then let's start with elbow to knee. Reach and tap. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1. Drop that hip down to the ground. Take your time. Come down onto your elbow. And we've got our leg lifts. Lifting up, coming back down. Again, be careful that you're not collapsing into the shoulder. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw your legs together. Our modified clam. Again, lift out of the shoulder, lifting up. Really trying to get the glute med to fire. So if you over crank your hip, you will find that you'll lose that glute med connection. So it is really important that you focus on drawing the thigh bone in and making sure that you can feel it through your glute med. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful stuff. Coming up into a 4-point position, shifting that leg forward and coming into pigeon on your right side. So once again, you can take your body down if you like, or you can stay up high, whatever feels good for your hips. can encourage a little bit extra movement. Try and quieten your breath down. Use your breath to really try and open up through those spaces. So big breath and big breath out. And then in wrapping up today's session, we're going to finish off with a few little bridges in a supine position. So you want to roll over onto your back, coming down nice and carefully. And we're going to finish off with just a couple of little glute squeezes at the top. Now, if you're a little bit nervous about being on your back, you are mostly in an elevated position here. So you are lifting up through your hips, driving up towards the ceiling. You're not really in a flat position where the baby is pressing in and down. But of course, if you'd prefer to leave this one out or be slightly elevated on a bench or a couch, you could do that too. So we're almost there. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then roll yourself over. Come back up into a seated leg position. Crossing over, hands on your belly. Take a few moments here just to thank yourself for jumping down on the mat today. It can be definitely hard to motivate yourself to do so. So well done. Connect in with your baby. Take a couple of really big breaths in. Send that love down and inwards. And let me know if you joined in today, if you enjoyed today's quick little workout, and let me know if you want more. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.